Indiana Fever's flaws are exposed in WNBA semifinals as they face elimination. Stephanie White doesn't want to dwell too much on what the Indiana Fever have accomplished thus far. The outside world has celebrated the Fever's surprising run to the WNBA semifinals, which includes overcoming 5 season-ending injuries to still upset Atlanta and take a game from the Las Vegas Aces. However, White, the Fever coach, wants to build a foundation in Indiana that lasts long beyond this postseason. "We're striving for so much more," White said. "Every time you have an opportunity to go on the floor and put yourself in position to win, that's what your focus is. I'm not really one for reflecting while we're in the moment, but I'm one for pushing and challenging us to continue to be better." But for all the efforts the Fever have made to extend their season, for all the resilience they have shown to persevere through adversity, at a certain point, Indiana will hit a ceiling. There is too much firepower in street clothes, too much newness to navigate for the Fever to keep getting better. Their options are running out. The cracks are starting to show as Indiana stares down a potential playoff elimination game on Sunday. "I thought our energy was good. I thought our competitive spirit was good," White said. "At the end of the day, you just look at the field goal makes and the free throw makes, and it's a different ballgame." En route to their 84-72 Game 3 semifinals victory, the Aces started every defensive possession essentially ignoring 2 Indiana players and showing a lot of bodies at Kelsey Mitchell and Aaliyah Boston. When the defense collapsed on Mitchell, crowding her in the paint after already forcing her to drive to her offhand, Mitchell could make the right read and kick the ball out to a shooter on the perimeter. However, when that shooter is Odyssey Sims or Shey Peddy instead of Sophie Cunningham or Chloe Bibby, the defense has won the battle. Sims and Peddy shot 2 of 11 from the field, including 1 of 4 from three-point range. As the 2 lead ball handlers, they combined for 4 assists to 5 turnovers. So much pressure is on Mitchell to create offense, because the only other point guard who can score for herself is Caitlin Clark or potentially Ari McDonald, and both have been out with injuries. Las Vegas could bring help toward Boston in the paint because when Boston saw a double and tried to dump off a pass to her fellow big, that player was Brianna Turner or Makila Timpson, who can't really make a play with the ball. Unless they can directly finish at the basket, the defense has time to rotate and reset. When Lexi Hull got into foul trouble, the Fever didn't have Cunningham, another sidelined Indiana guard, or McDonald to turn to for defense off the bench. They had to go with Aerial Powers, who signed with Indiana on August 23rd, barely a month ago. Aerial Powers is hardly the most disciplined player, and that is a death knell against an experienced team like the Aces. At the end of the 3rd quarter, Powers received the ball with 4 seconds left on the shot clock as Boston started to seal her defender in the lane. She was too slow to deliver the ball to her big, and Indiana was called for an offensive 3-second violation, which is almost unheard of that late in the clock. That mistake left 3.6 seconds left in the quarter. On the final possession, Powers was guarding Jackie Young at half court and shaded Young toward the wrong basket, allowing Young to break free for a layup on a stupendous pass from Chelsea Gray.